So, of course, I often make videos about social interaction or technological progress. One time I talked about the gig economy and how it's replacing a lot of traditional work. I've even talked about artificial intelligence and how it's progressing. Well, we are in 2025. A lot has changed. People are leaving white-collar 9-to-5 jobs in favor of blue-collar work like skilled trades, HVAC, plumbing, construction, auto mechanics, welding, and electricians. These are jobs that are not only paying good, but they'll be around long term. It is something that a robot, artificial intelligence, or machine cannot take away. Either that or they're switching over to freelancing jobs like Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash and Grubhub because it is basically, no matter how good or bad the economy is, there's always a need for a ride share and food delivery. And these are tasks that you can freelance, as in you work your own schedule, you're your own boss. Nobody can tell you like why are you late or are you gonna be coming in tomorrow and all that stuff. Can you work late today? You can start when you want and stop when you want. You make your own schedule pretty much. Unfortunately, I've tried to refer people to that. They're like, I don't want to waste money on gas and stuff. Hey, I mean, I get it. It's not for everybody. Even though you can make your own schedule, but that's fine. Some people are like, you're scared of the people behind me. Oh, you could be driving to work. Somebody can shoot you from their car. I mean, that shit happens. Unfortunately, road rage is very common. But I get it. Once again, it's not for everybody. AI has also done the unimaginable. And just think, 20 years ago, none of these technologies existed at a commercial level. And Siri itself is even younger than that. Siri made its debut on October 4th, 2011. And back then, it was quite poor at responding to simple text, simple questions, and eventually, over the next few years, it became very good at that. But now, in 2025, 9-to-5 jobs are disappearing. It's all becoming about freelancing and gig work. Corporate jobs are not what they used to be anymore. They don't even have entry-level jobs in many organizations anymore. Which is bad because entry-level jobs are what causes people to gain their skills and knowledge as they move up the corporate ladder. Unfortunately, even that is becoming a thing of the past. It all comes down to helping yourself because nobody's going to want to help you. Nobody wants to hire anymore. And unfortunately, for young people, especially born after 1985, it's becoming increasingly common to change your job every few years, unlike the generations before us. A lot of people think that nobody's trying hard enough. We're not trying hard enough. Nobody wants to work. It's not that. It's just people are not being able to find jobs because the companies don't want to hire, and nobody wants to hire you for long-term work anymore. Sure, it's easy to say that my parents have been doing the same job for the last 10, 15 years. Okay, your parents and us and their parents, as in our grandparents, fuck. This is a different time now. Nobody lives in... Stop living in the past because nobody does that stuff anymore. Yes, between the 1930s and the 1970s, most people expected a job for life, working in the same place in the same company until retirement. Today, changing jobs frequently is not unusual. Spoke to people who are much older than me. They said they've been with the company 25, 30 years, and they got huge promotions and raises over those 25, 30 years. And now they're looking to retire. Good for you. Because sadly, for people my age and younger, that shit is no longer the norm. The only way you get a raise or a promotion now is by switching jobs every few years. And it all comes down to helping yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody fucking wants to help you. Everybody's holding out for the perfect type of job. A lot of us want a job that's 100% work from home and paying 6 figures. Newsflash, you won't even get that. And even if you do, it'll be a short-term project. Like maybe a few months, and then eventually you'll gotta find something else to do. Don't get me wrong, work from home will eventually come back, but it'll become more like short-term projects. But I do have a gut feeling that, in the near future, the metaverse will become the next big thing. Who's to say it's not already the next big thing? Well, it's still developing, that's for sure. There's still a lot of hardware and software limitations, computing processing power limitations, and networking speed issues, even in 2025. But hey, the technology does exist, and we've seen movies like The Matrix and Ready Player One. We already kind of know which direction it's headed towards. It is important to know that while technology is destroying jobs, it's creating jobs by giving birth to new industries. The fun thing about that is that, like, a lot of kids who are in K-12, they're studying for jobs that won't even exist in the future. At the same time, there are kids who are in K-12 who will be doing jobs in the future that don't even exist yet. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to helping yourself, because nobody's going to want to help you. So my advice to you is keep trying, keep your options open, but it's also good to learn some new skills. If I'm switching over from corporate IT to HVAC because I've been in IT for 5-6 years and I've seen the ups and downs, it's not a stable industry anymore. Truthfully, I've come across crazy bosses too. I've worked at companies where the boss was very bombastic and all that. One thing I've learned is that companies are not families, your boss is not your friend, and HR is not going to help you. HR works for the company, not for you. However, it is important to note that when HR finds out the boss is being bad towards you, and that's happened to me before. I had a boss who was a complete jackass and douchebag. Unfortunately for him, after I got dismissed from that company, he eventually found another job, but I have a feeling that he didn't just get a job just like that. I'm sure someone in HR had seen how he was treating me, and basically they kind of were initiating an investigation. So just to save his own pathetic hide, he found another job. Well, they were forcing him out pretty much, but it's like the old saying that goes, karma can be truly a bitch sometimes. It's whatever though, because I've been married, I'm divorced, I don't have any kids. And if I'm trying to improve my life by learning a trade like HVAC or even electrician's work, it's good. Because no matter how deep you are in your career, you should always look for better, because that's the problem. Companies, at the end of the day, will think for themselves. They won't worry about you. It doesn't matter whether it's a big company, small company, or even government position. As long as you work for somebody, even in government jobs, layoffs are becoming a thing. Social Security Office, Texas DPS, City of Houston, Brazoria County, Harris County, like Post Office. They're all getting rid of people. They're laying off people, replacing them with robots or AI. I remember many years ago, I watched a video in 2014 that if your job requires you to sit at a desk in front of a computer, such a job will disappear. I didn't want to believe that to be true, but unfortunately it's the reality. My advice to you is definitely update your skills, but at the same time, don't put your faith in a white-collar job forever, because white-collar jobs are not safe as they used to be. Thank you.